All right, here we go.
Yes, sir.
We back here.
We're back.
We just took care of business.
Oh man.
Man, how was that experience, man? Where can we start out here, man? Like what?
Your mama must be Polish.
Your mom must be Polish. Don't hit my car now.
I know.
Please don't hit my car.
She didn't park right either.
Please don't hit my car.
Don't hit the shit. Don't hit my shit either. Shit, I'm on the other side.
Yeah. So I'm like,
man, they probably got. Look at that. They got how many kids? Look at that.
there's a lot of them. They probably from Nepal, man. I told you a lot of people from Nepal. It's a lot of them, man. So many of them. I definitely.
I wonder what they speaking. Hold on, real quick. The bonus might be a bonus level up. You never know.
It's probably Nepali.
See if we can hear anything.
You know, India, Nepali, but I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Nepali.
Yeah, I can't really hear him.
Yeah, I hear him.
Nepali?
All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
We got
back to business.
Okay, look, we just got done with this Polish, man. I don't even know what to say about this Polish.
Your mom must be Polish. No, hold up. Your wife, your girlfriend. You must work over in Poland.
She said your mom is Polish, or you got Polish blood. Your mom is Polish, or you got Polish blood. The reactions were just too good. Too good, man. Almost every time, it's sloppy. It's real sloppy. I mean, it was just the dude was like, his face was like this. He's like, I told him he was asking. He was like, too tight. What you supposed to go too tight? And I was like, doc, too tight. Yeah, it was. He was like too tight. In Polish, too tight means here. He's like too tight. I was like, too tight. And then the other Polish guy came from the back, and the lady was going crazy. She was just mind blown. She was like, oh my god, and she was like, look, he's speaking Polish. Too good.
Crazy, man.
Too good.
It could have been worse than that.
Could have been worse than that.
Some crazy plans, man. More to come very, very soon, man. That was, yeah. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Like,
you stupid, Brian. He said, what he say? He said Moses must be a descendant of George Bridgetower, a black violinist born in the 1700s in Poland. He collaborated with Beethoven.
Yeah, that Beethoven. yeah.
Man, you he's stupid, man.
Beethoven.
That's funny.
Yeah, they don't tell you.
Yeah, he said, yeah, man. She was like, she swore. She said she swore my mom was from Poland or was Polish. She said your mom is Polish or you got Polish blood. I'm black. Come on, nigga, I'm black.
I'm black.
I ain't got no Polish blood in me. Like at least that I know of.
Oh, let me try this food. It's Polish food, by the way. Hey. Before I leave.
Oh yeah. We got some pierogies. That's what we got there.
Oh, yeah.
We got some pierogies.
Pierogies.
Yeah.
Everything there. She said everything there is homemade. They make everything. Only Polish spot in the city of Columbus.
Yeah, I tried to search for some other places, but I couldn't find them.
Only Polish spot.
It's about to rain real hard.
Man, it look like it.
Real hard.
It might. I don't know. It might miss the city.
You're half Polish and half Somali. Hey, man, when we go to Minnesota, dude, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you, man. When we go to Minnesota, man.
Movie.
When we... No, it's not Manto. Which is Manto. Well, Tabado get Manto, yeah. Look, when we go to Minnesota, man, it's over with. You hear me? Do you hear? Can you hear the words coming out my mouth? It's gonna be bad. Why it's gonna be bad? Because they have a lot of Polish people. They have a lot of Somalis. And please don't let me meet any Somalis from Sweden or Finland. Please don't let that happen, because if when that happens, it's gonna be really bad, and it's gonna be brain matter all over the place. I'm gonna have, you know what? This is how sloppy it's gonna be. Let me explain to you how sloppy it's gonna be. I'm gonna have bulldog piss stains and spaghetti stains and duck shit all over my starter jacket.
Starter jacket?
All over my starter jacket, all over my Timberlands, just all over, just all over the place when I go up there. They ain't ready for me up there.
So
they not ready. Yeah, they got. Yeah, you're right. They got a lot of mom. Yeah, they got a mom people. It's over when we go up there.
Movie.
Please don't let me meet any Somalis.
HD.
Please don't let me meet any Somalis from Finland.
4K.
Sweden.
6K.
Please. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me get real. But yeah, we had a great time. It was good. I was actually hoping to go to a couple places, Polish places, but unfortunately we only had that one place. But I did look up some places in Cleveland, and they are stacked. You know what I'm saying? They are stacked, and that's gonna be interesting. We would have went today if Marcell, look, if he didn't have to.
It's gonna be over with, man. I gotta be here later. Today, I'm required at the home today.
If he didn't have it, if he had time, we would have went to Cleveland, and it's pretty bad up there. They got a lot of they got this traditional Polish spot. I saw it looked real nice, and they speaking Polish up there. I mean, that would have been really good. I had Polish blood. On my father's side. I had family from Poland. My last name was really spelled Rojek. Okay, that's awesome, Justin. That's awesome. But I don't have Polish blood. Look at me. Look at this gold tee right here.
You couldn't tell that lady that.
Look at this gold tee and look at them eyebrows. And look at my hair. I don't have Polish blood. Okay?
You couldn't tell her that.
I'm just
she wasn't buying that.
She wasn't buying.
Half the conversation was her just denying the fact. She didn't know who she didn't know who she was talking to.
She said
there's no way, I don't believe you.
She said your mom must be Polish or you got Polish blood. She said nobody speaks like that in 3 months. Nobody. What else? She said something to Marcell.
She said nobody at was it the OSU Slavic organization. The Slavic organization at OSU she said they take years to reach that level. Years. And this is the college. This is one of the biggest colleges in the country. Maybe not in terms of Slavic languages, but she said the Slavic organization. She said people within that organization don't even speak at that level for years.
And you guys already know why. Okay, you know what it is. I'm not gonna get into the details. We already talked about this many times in the past. Why things like this happen. Okay, but. Yeah, it was really sloppy. It was really sloppy, and the reactions were just priceless. Everybody was shocked. Even the Spanish woman there was shocked because she's learning Polish. She was shocked. She was like looking, and I chopped it up with her in Spanish. It was all over the place. I got mop water stains and Mr. Clean spills and what else? I don't even know what else I got all over the place.
Right.
I got chitlin water. I got old ass chitlin water stains all over my Adidas pants. Look at my Adidas pants. I believe these are deep. No, these Gaps. These Gap pants. It's too sloppy out here in these streets. It was real bad up there. We went up there. We were only there for 20 minutes or something like that.
20 maybe 20 minutes, if that. And
20 minutes.
I could only imagine if he was around in an environment where he can speak longer. They couldn't believe it. Even like the guy in the back couldn't believe it. He was just like you know Polish? Like he just gave us the pound. Boom. Pound me up. Boom. Boom. Both of us.
He's like, you speak Polish? I was like, yeah, boy, I speak a little Polish. Let's get some verbal boxing going on here real quick. Let's do it. Let's get this money real quick. He's like, oh, Yeah, them reactions. I was really hoping to get those reactions, man. That that I can't wait to put the footage up. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
I could tell, man. I could just tell just looking at that lady, like she was just. I was like, oh no, I could tell she speaks Polish. And
yeah, her accent was so heavy.
She was just. It's like she was not struggling to speak English, but she was trying to mask her accent in English. I could just tell she was trying to force English to come out, kind of like a native. I was like, oh, this is about to be ugly. Well, right when he opened up, you know, she wasn't really. It was funny because she was shocked, but not really. Like originally, she wasn't really showing it, and then she was just so. Y'all just want to see the video, like she wasn't surprised, like, oh my gosh, it was just like disbelief.
Yeah, she was like, what'd she say at first? She was like, oh my God. She was like, oh my God, he speaks Polish. That's how she said, oh my God, he speaks Polish. I'm like, dang, what did I do to you? I mean, hey, it's that bad. Dang, just calm down for a minute.
She had to yell to the back of the kitchen, like, man, this guy's speaking Polish. And he was like, the dude didn't, no way.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was good though. That was real good. More than what was like I said, it's my first time seeing him speak a brand new language. Before he said no YouTube videos of him speaking Polish. So this was the first impression. She said your mom must be Polish to a black man. to a black American, a Polish native. She says they're all from Poland. She said your mom must be from Poland. Your mom must be Polish.
Yeah, she said I don't know how many. She said that I don't know how many times. She just swear up and down that my mom was from Poland. I do not look like I'm mixed. I do not look like I have some Polish blood in me.
And she was dead serious. She wasn't joking.
Yeah,
it was no joke. She was dead serious. Like, okay, well then you must have a Polish wife. She just didn't want to believe. Why are you learning Polish for?
That was great. Yeah, that was so funny, man.
Why are you learning Polish?
That's a pretty nice spot. That North Market is what it's called. They had some pretty nice spots. They had what is it? They had
Thai.
They had some Thai spots.
Sushi.
They had some sushi spots. They had a little Vietnamese.
Yeah, Vietnamese, Mediterranean.
Yeah, spoke a little Thai, got
Mexican,
a little Spanish in.
Yeah, Mexican there.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but the one in Cleveland is better because it's bigger. Obviously, it's real big. I made some videos in that one as well, but yeah, it's a nice little spot, man. I'll probably go back there in the future once I learn more Polish. You know, I always go back to older places. You know, when I learn more of a language. You know, I'm gonna go back there. Hopefully, the lady will still be the that was probably the same lady that picked up the phone when I called. I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come on a field trip with my friends.
I feel
yeah, I was like, not my friends, my classmates, because we're learning about Poland. And she's like, oh, come. She's like, that'd be awesome. Come here. She was like, everybody here speaks Polish. Everybody.
Ooh, she wasn't lying either.
Everybody speaks Polish.
She was not lying. You know, you remember that place we went to in Cincinnati last year? Was it last year we went there?
Would that be in the Vietnamese place?
No, the International Market. Did they have Polish? Remember that big grocery store we went
to?
Jungle
Gyms?
Yeah, Jungle Gyms?
Shit, they probably did. They probably did have, yeah. Are you guys in Cleveland? No, we're in Columbus. We're in Columbus right now. We were going to go to Cleveland, but he couldn't go because he's busy. He got things he has to do. But we'll do that. We'll do that another time. But if he had the time, we'd have went to Cleveland earlier.
It would have been crazy.
Yeah, it would have been real crazy because we would have went to a lot of Polish places. You know, that was the only Polish place here in Columbus. So unfortunately, you know, we only got it's not an hours and hours long footage, but it's some good stuff. You know, it's exactly what you want to see. I'm gonna edit it up tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my spoken practice video as I normally do, and let y'all check it out. Okay, What's up, Chuck? Mr. Gammis, what's up, man? Yes, sir, man.
Getting that cash, absolutely.
You already know, man. We always getting that money.
We have to, and he's out here in these streets, man.
Always getting that money. It never stops. It ain't gonna stop until my heart stops. This is a lifetime thing, you know, and it's fun. It's just great. We just had a great session, man. We went to this slow motion. Got to get my bank account back up. Yeah, man. Got to always stay on the grind out here, man. You know, I know sometimes, you know, obstacles appear in life. You get distracted and stuff, but
yeah, you
know me, man. I'm always consistent. I'm always staying on top of my stuff. At least I try. You know, I get busy and stuff comes up, but yeah, I got to make sure my bank account stays stacked up out here. You know. Not trying to confuse you guys. You probably, well, you guys talking about money and stacking them. A lot of my followers understand what's going on when we talk like that, but yeah.
EXPs. Money is EXPs.
EXPs.
Code word for EXPs.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, it would have been nice if we could have went to Cleveland today.
Ooh.
Man, they lucky. They really lucky. I did some research last night.
2 hours of footage, 3 hours. They'd have been like, hey, sit your ass down. Sit down. Come sit down and talk. You ain't coming up in here speaking no Polish.
Yeah, I love them reactions, man. Time to get the money. She said time to get the money. It's not, when we say that, we're not saying, it's not literally. We're not talking literal here. It's just.
What you mean? What you mean, man? Hold on, man. What you mean?
No, we're not talking about the real money.
Those were hundreds, by the way. I know the brightness, the light, y'all can't really see.
Yeah, but yeah, we just talking about the experience and just having fun, getting experience points. You know, not the real money, but yeah, it would have been crazy if we would have gone. I did some research last night and looked at the video, looked up some places, man. They had so many Polish spots. I'm like, wow, they got all of these damn Polish places, man. They got grocery stores, restaurants, and mind you, y'all know I like to go fishing. They got a lot of Ukrainians and Russians up there too. Every year I go to Fremont, them Russians always come, and I ask all the time. They say, "Oh, I'm from Ukraine." They're Ukrainian. When they speak Russian, I mean, that language is close to Ukrainian. But they say, "Oh, we're from Ukraine," but they always fishing. You know, so that Cleveland area is ridiculous. It really is. We got 15 people in the house. Yeah, we got 15 people in the house.
Shout out to everyone, man. All
Shout
15.
out to everyone.
What is this guy doing? Staking out? What is he doing?
Thanks for joining.
What is he doing?
That Pashki. What's that? What is that? Oh, somebody just sent me a message. I can't reply to him right. What is that, Brian? It looks like Polish. Oh, you trying to say Polski? Is that what you said? You probably spelled it a little wrong. You trying to say I think you tried to say Polski. Yeah, that Polski, man. That Polski, I like the language. I really do. I was originally only gonna do like level 1, do a couple months on that. But yeah, I got this guy I meet with, man, and you know, it's been good practicing with him. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this up through level 2, man. It's Polish. Oh, it's a Polish pastry eaten on Fat Tuesday before. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Never heard of that before. Yeah, I'm still new to the Polish language. I don't know a whole lot about the. I don't know a whole lot about the culture yet. In the holidays and whatnot.
They got any Polish out there in Indianapolis?
I think, yeah. I think he said I can't remember how is the Polish grammar. Difficult. Polish grammar it's a Slavic language. You know, it's difficult. The only Slavic language without difficult grammar is Bulgarian and well, Bulgarian and Macedonian. Those are probably the easiest Slavic languages because they don't have cases. Anytime a language has cases, it's really difficult because you have constant changes. But it's cool though. It's cool though. The grammar is difficult, but it's not like Finnish grammar. So, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how difficult the grammar is because I'm approaching the language a certain way. So I'm not really worried about that. Punch key. Okay, punch key. Punch key. I see. It's pronounced punch key. Okay. Thanks for that information. Yeah.
Punch key.
What else? What else can we talk about? With this little time that we have some, probably not as many as Ohio. Did Marcell get any Polish information?
Did I get any Polish?
That Bulgarian though, you got to be single if you're going to do Bulgarian. Oh, he said you got to be single if you're going to do Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. They got some nice people, nice, beautiful women over there. A lot of single women. I actually know some Bulgarian. No, I'm sorry. I know Romanian people. I know a few Romanian people.
Yeah.
They got nice people over there. Very nice. I hear everything's very cheap over there. It's really good, really good.
Yeah, Bulgarian. Hey, Alfredo, didn't you I think if I recall, didn't you weren't you gonna do Bulgarian at one point? I thought you were interested. I think that was you interested in doing that Bulgarian at one point. Maybe it was somebody else. I can't remember. Yeah. Come on, guys. Ask some questions. Ask some questions. Come on, guys. Let me see. That Bulgarian, you gotta be single. Let me see. Romanian women are also beautiful. Romanian women are also beautiful. Nice people, nice women, man. Alfred. Yeah.
Romanian women.
Yeah, man, that was me, but oh, okay, it was.
Ooh, Romania. Romania.
What's going on, Alfredo? How you doing, man? I know. Let me see. We're gonna practice some Farsi. We're gonna post practice some Farsi together. What's your schedule looking like today? What you got going on? You're Blackanese. I'm everything. I look like everybody too. Marcell, what language are you learning?
What languages am I learning? Primarily, the Chinese and brushing up on Japanese again because I know a lot of Japanese, ton of Japanese.
That's good.
I just don't use it.
The pierogi you eating? You eating the pierogi?
No, I didn't eat it yet because I need like a fork.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there might be a fork in here. No, I doubt it. But yeah, just sharpening up my Chinese since my office space is organized and everything. No excuses. Everything's organized to where I can actually study when I have the time. Everything's stable at the moment in my life. And so Chinese and Japanese. Japanese I should be able to, I could probably study for a week and me and Moses to go out and I might be not saying more than him, but I could probably keep more of a conversation in Japanese than I could in Chinese after training for a few months. So yeah, Chinese and Japanese, and we'll see in the future. Maybe some Finnish. No. No. Maybe spoken Finnish.
We have more people coming in. I'm trying to learn Polish too. I'm from Arkansas and was stuck in the U.S. a while, but just moved to Poland to better my Polish. And in a few months I've been here, I've read and listened to 12 books, audiobooks. You're inspiring us. Good luck. Oh, great, man. Good luck to you, Will. Yeah, man. I'm like 3 months in. with this Polish. And yeah, Polish is a difficult language, but at the same time, I'm enjoying it. I've been practicing very often. I got this native speaker I meet with on Skype, and I use HelloTalk very often to practice. So I practice a lot of Polish. Got a long way to go to get to the level I want to be at, but I'm always happy of my achievements. Anything I achieve, everything is an achievement. You know, no matter how slow it is. My schedule is up in the air because I might go out later. Okay. Let's see. Just send me a message on Skype. All right. All right. We'll do. We have a Polish deli here, but I'm not sure if the employees speak Polish. You guys still live? Yeah, Brian. What you can do to test that out? Call up there and ask them, make something up, because that's normally what I do. Because ever since me and him went to Chicago, I learned my lesson from that. I learned to call the people and see if they speak the language, because you go on there and they say, oh, I don't speak the language. That's kind of disheartening. So you can call up there and just make something up. Say, yeah, I'm in school and I'm learning about Poland, and I'm interested in, just ask them to say, are the workers there Polish? They speak Polish and whatnot. All they gotta say is, yeah, we speak Polish here, and that's it. That gives you confirmation. Dyron, it's not that we're still live. This is the second one, because we made one earlier before the level up, and we finished the level up, and now we're talking about what happened. This is like an aftermath here.
I love the follow-up videos, man, because you have the energy from the experience, and you can just document it. And while everything's still live in the air, still fresh on your mind, and still funny. Definitely funny. You can point out all the funny things that happen.
Yeah, it's always hype, and it also hypes up the audience as well, because they already excited to see the video. So when we talk about it, and it's like, it makes it more exciting. It's like a trailer to a video, to a movie.
Yeah,
that's what it's like. What language are you learning right now? Oh, is this Adil Alami? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Right now, actively, I'm learning Polish and Finnish. Finnish being my main language. Polish is supposed to be one of my side languages, but I'm going further with it now. Yeah, so put Polish and Polish and Finnish right now, and of course I practice my other languages, like Somali, Swedish, and all that. I still use Duolingo for Swedish. I still do some things to keep my other languages alive, but actively studying, like every day, following an everyday regimen and all that good stuff. I'm doing that with for Polish and Finnish. Very cool. Sounds like you're doing great. You made so much progress in another language. Let me see. Polish must be easy for you. I finally trained my brain to hear and understand Polish, but speaking is still tough for me. Yeah, I mean, hold on for a second.
I find speaking is it depends. I guess it depends on how your mind works. Because sometimes that could be or it depends on to me, it's how much time you spend in the books, man. Because if you, obviously if you have somebody next to you, kind of like a teacher, guiding you through everything, it'll be slightly easier. Hey, and then I think it depends on who you are, really. I think cause certain things are easier for certain people to do. I think
this is a training thing.
Yeah, it's just repetition. I think the more you do it, the better.
Yeah, because you know me, this is to Will. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been practicing for a long time, so I'm used to I know exactly what to do when it comes to that type of, when it comes to that aspect of the language, the speaking. I train myself on that really well. So I can say in that respect, I mastered it. I mastered that part of my craft. When it comes to, it doesn't matter the speaking and listening, all that stuff. It's just second nature to me now. It took a long time because I had to go through trial and errors on certain things, but for the most part now, it doesn't really matter which language it is. Once I start put the time in, I'm going to automatically get the results. Not with hard work. With hard work, I'm gonna get those results. It's not really a difficulty for me. That's why I make the progress I make in the languages. I'm trying to get into Thai and Khmer for the summer. Yeah, man, that's great. Somebody asked a question. I just saw. Marcell, does your wife help you? Joseph.
Oh, with Chinese? From time to time. I don't really ask her to help me. From time to time. But her like Chinese isn't her strongest language. Actually, English is, since she's it's actually her first language. So, although she's Singaporean, she's brought up with English and not Chinese. She just happens to know it because she was over there. From my understanding, but I mean, she can help me to a certain level. I mean, she still speaks it. She knows how to, she's still fluent in it. I never ask her for help.
Speak. Thanks for the great advice. I put a time in for understanding, but hopefully it's good more this next year. Okay. Yeah, good luck to you, man, and wish you the best. Just keep doing what you're doing, man, and yeah, just keep it up, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and don't give up, because this process, this language thing it's like anything else, man. You just don't wake up the next day and you able to do all this with the language stuff. It takes time, man. I've been doing it since I was 18. I'm 35 years old now, so I had I've invested a lot of time, and a lot of my friends will tell you, even my older friends back in Akron, they'll tell you, every time I got together with them, I always had a book. I always had a Chinese book in my hand. I had that book with me all the time because I was always studying.
We went to a game tournament years ago, and we got done. Everybody got done playing video games at like 3 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, and this dude pulls out a Chinese book and turns on the light, starts reading at like 3 in the morning after everybody got done playing games and stuff. Excuse me. So I mean, he was dedicated, seriously dedicated to that language. I'm like, man, we just got done playing like for 3-4 hours of games, and then we was playing earlier that day, and this man pulled out the book, didn't even go to bed, and was on that Chinese, reading. So it takes a lot of discipline and dedication.
Girlfriends, spouses are the worst helpers when learning a language. If you want to learn from her, you got to already be at least intermediate or higher. If not, she'll switch to English. I'm speaking from personal experience and my observation, and that's true.
That's true.
That's true. That's really true. I agree with that. You do have exceptions, but what happens is it's really hard. Like if you're a complete, especially if you're a complete beginner. If I'm a, let's say, okay, this is my wife here, right? And I'm a complete beginner, and I'm expecting to learn Chinese from her. She can only teach me words and stuff, and then it's gonna take a long time because she might not be good at explaining certain things, or she may be trying to explain certain things, especially grammatically, and that's gonna hinder the process. It's gonna be real slow. So you have to already be speaking the language if you want to make progress. And just like Alfredo said, at least intermediate. If you're at least intermediate, all you got to do is just talk with her, and that's going to help you to progress to the next level. So it's really, just because your wife, people be saying, oh, your wife, like the ladies today, your wife must, I mean, even if my wife was from Polish,
that doesn't mean she taught them.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that she taught me. I mean, if I have questions, I can ask her, but it doesn't mean, just because she's my wife doesn't mean that she taught me. No, that's not, I know a lot of people married to Chinese, Japanese, and all these foreign women, and they can't speak. They only know a couple. They only know how to say. Oh
man, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there are a lot of examples of this. So
I remember that dude at Walmart, was it the Japanese girl? You thought he was African? Remember?
I thought he was African.
Remember he had a Japanese girl and he worked at Honda?
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was funny. He didn't even. We thought he knew Japanese. Like, then you know Japanese? He's like, no, I'm just from. He says from Michigan. I forget what level up that is, but he's like, I'm from Michigan, and she spoke Japanese. She's a Japanese person, so I'm not sure if she was over here just working, and they maybe met at the job, or maybe he went over there to Japan, or who knows, or maybe he met her over there while he was on a business trip or something like that. But
yeah, that doesn't always constitutes for you knowing a language. I mean, it's yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, that doesn't mean. When will we see?
He said, when will we?
See
He
you
said, when will we see you in a serious? He want to see a serious.
Oh, you want to see Marcell?
He want to see a serious display of skill.
No, actually, he was. You should go.
I should go solo on Lao Shu's channel one day.
He
all Chinese.
Actually, he was. He did pretty good when we went to this restaurant together. When this Chinese guy was acting like an asshole. When he was trying, because he was giving Marcell his props. He's like, oh, he's pretty good. He, you know, for the time he's been doing, he was.
That was in the beginning stages too.
Yeah, that was in the beginning stages. So, but yeah, I can even remember that. Actually, that video is on my website. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll send it to you. This, you know, you got to remind me, man. I'm gonna forget about it. I've been watching y'all for over 2 years.
Oh wow.
Oh, then you saw that video. You had to have seen that video.
He started watching around the time I got into Chinese in the beginning.
Let me see. To add to what Alfredo. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm scrolling back up because I don't want to miss. Let me see. To add to what Alfredo said, it's also better to learn from somebody who is the same gender as you. They're different. Yeah, I agree with that as well. That's why when I announced that I was learning Finnish, I wanted to specifically meet with a male speaker. You know, a female speaker, I know they're both native speakers, but it's just sometimes, and this is with, you know, I'll give you an example, like Chinese, for example, okay? You know, you guys know my wife is from Taiwan, okay? And I picked up some things, like just hearing her talk and we're a family and stuff, and she's saying things to me, and then naturally I picked it up, and then when I was talking to somebody, they said, someone said you sound like a Taiwanese woman or something like that, and I laughed because I knew why they say that. So it is like, for me at least, I think it's good to have a male speaker if you can. But if you don't have a choice, if you can't find anyone to help you or to practice language with, a female is okay because she's a native speaker too. Let me see. What's up, William? Mr. Gregory, what's going on, man? Ivan, you asked me something. What are your thoughts on the UAE citizen that got arrested for speaking Arabic on the street in Ohio outside of his own?
Oh, you ever heard about that?
I didn't even hear. I don't even know. I didn't even hear about it. What's that all about?
He was a United Arabic Emirates guy. I don't know if he's like a diplomat or just a citizen. He got arrested somewhere in Ohio. I think it's stupid. I think Ohio's stupid, and that's a demonstration of how things are ran here in terms of discriminatory. They displayed it in its purest form. So hopefully that gets it over there, and hopefully, you know, there's a lot of problems. I don't want to get political, but you know, I don't care about political stuff, but we're aware. A lot of people are aware of it, but a lot of people deny the fact of what goes on in society when it comes to certain people, certain groups of people, etc. I think that would happen to anybody. Like if you do that in Columbus, like if he went to Easton, I think I even told Moses one day, you know, I was joking around. I was like, hey, you should wear the traditional like Saudi, the whole outfit, and go out. I forget what language. I think it was Farsi or something like that. I was like, you should just wear the outfit or something. I said something along the lines of that. But if you wear that in public, Ohio is such an ignorant state to where they will get scared of you. Like for instance, like if what's the most recent thing that happened? Like I know, like if a terrorist event happens like across the world, whether it's in France or something, like someone like France or one of those countries, London, and like if you wear anything that looks like it's from the Middle East, like any Middle Eastern attire, they'll just arrest you for no reason. Like, and that's crazy that happens, because that's not surprising to me. So I think it displays the ignorance of Ohio. Ohio is a very racist state. There's a lot of problems here. You know, when people try to operate by laws and a standard way of living on paper, it doesn't add up in reality, because they say one thing on paper and it doesn't add up to the reality of the situation. So I think yeah, it displays the stupidity of Ohio, ignorance. So yeah, that's my take on it.
What's up, Logic? How you doing, man?
Said, I'm in that ball. Hey, what's up, Lodge? What's up? Yeah, Ohio. Oh my goodness, yeah. Ohio.
What who else said something? If you haven't, okay. I heard, if you haven't already, check out Real Polish. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I'll check that out. Girlfriends either don't have the patience to help or teach you, or they want to speak their language to hide stuff from you. That may. I've been watching y'all for over 2 years. No, he just laughed. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know the bald head. You already know I gotta go bald because
the Andis at work.
I have a big patch of missing hair right here. I'm an old man now, so I got to keep this shaved down. Can you tell us Europeans something about the Ebonics? Is it a language or just a dialect? Does it have a particular grammar rules? Is it spoken in all of is it spoken in all of the US?
Yep.
I would say it's a dialect, just like any other dialect. You know, some people want to be politically correct and say, well, that's just slang. And you know, no, it's not slang. I mean, we do have some slang, but it's a dialect. That's what it is. It's just like if you look at any other dialect, you will see that, okay, we have certain things that we say grammatically that aren't grammatically correct. You know, we say things, the order it changes, and you know, so you know, I don't want to get into all that because that's kind of a sensitive topic for most people. There's some politics involved, but yeah, I would say, I said it before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. It's a dialect.
Yeah, it originated from people just trying to, I mean, mostly rap. This is a culture, but in the mainstream, you can say Ebonics is just a way for other minorities, or it's not just blacks, but mostly when you say Ebonics, you say a lot of people refer to black people. Way for black people to communicate to each other in a way to where nobody else understands them but black people.
Yeah.
So kind of like he just said how, you know, he said like your girlfriend will only speak to her native language when she don't understand. That's what Ebonics is.
And to touch on that, to touch on that, it actually comes from slavery. Because when slavery was going on, or when they brought all these Africans over here and threw them all, and we were all together, we had to come up with our own language for communication, so we had to communicate in a way that the master wouldn't understand what we were saying. So a lot of that stuff came from that. Like, even I did some research and I learned that the word dig it, like, can you dig it? Can you dig it? When you say that actually came from Wolof. I learned, because in Wolof they say digging that. That means, do you understand? And see, that's a West African language, and that's how that evolved. It came from digging that, and it evolved into, can you dig it? That's where all that came from, you know, through the slavery when they were trying to communicate with each other. So there's history with that language, but let me see. Japanese has very noticeable differences between male and female speech. Male speech uses less politeness and different sentence endings. Do you give up on learning Arabic? No, I wouldn't say I gave up. I didn't give up learning Arabic. It's just that during these years, I've been doing this. A lot of people know this, but I've been exploring and just been all over the place and just trying this, trying that. I never really sat down and learned Arabic. I never really sat down and really put a lot into that language. You know, I know a handful of stuff. I can have a very basic conversation, but I didn't really sit down to that language because I just didn't take it seriously. Now, if I sat down and took it seriously, then I'll be fluent right now, you know? So I just been exploring over the years, trying to find my way of learning. That's basically what I've been doing over the years, just playing around with all these languages, and just, you know, to the point to where I come to the understanding of, okay, this is what I need to do. But I'm more organized now than I would say before. So every year I have certain languages that I learn, like yearly. Like, I'll choose one language I'll learn for a year, and then I have these other languages I'll learn for a couple months, you know, whatnot. But yeah, Arabic, I'm actually going back to Arabic. That's one of the languages that I'm gonna go back and improve in. And not only that, I want to learn Moroccan dialect, I want to learn Egyptian, and of course MSA. I think when I go back to doing Arabic, I'm going to start with the Moroccan dialect, because there are more people from Morocco here. Not only that, a lot of them can speak Spanish, French, so I could practice Spanish and French with them as well. Say, don't drop too many gems. You're giving them too much.
My bad. You know, every time I speak, man, we only speak the truth, man, and you know that's a given. Every time I open my mouth, I gotta be careful. You're right about that.
That shit is a language, and it's dope, and it's spoken all over the world. Every language has slang, but in America, that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do I see some swarming out here? Hey Moses, cuinca swarming again, your piece of suyo. Oh, it's going good, man. Going very good. I've been in the lab every day on that language. How you doing, man? Cuinca void. Ikanai. Let me see. You have been working hard on finishing Swedish, so will you eventually travel to those countries? I remember your video when you were phoning hotel. Yeah, actually, I would like to travel to those countries in the future, and the way things are looking now, I will have the way things are looking now, I'll have more opportunities to travel around, a lot more. What's your favorite Spanish dialect? My favorite Spanish dialect? Wan kusala may moseta hay manta. Wan kakade wa fi ana hay lalana hay ilam hadi. That's Somali right there.
Serious.
Yeah, I definitely want to travel to those countries. It's just that, you know, I haven't had like opportunities, and my situation hasn't always been good to travel. So that's why I was unable to travel as much in the past. You know, I went to Taiwan and been to Taiwan and Japan, Korea. You're Somali, man. Maya. That's funny.
You're Somali. Nah, he Polish today.
I'm Polish today.
And he got a Polish mom.
And I got a Polish mom.
A Polish mom, wife, blood. You must have a Polish. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
22 people, 25 people. What would y'all like to see in his videos? Minor Q&A today. Minor Q&A. What would y'all like to see?
Moses, is it true that you make your living by teaching language only? Pretty much. I have private tutoring. I make my money through that, and I also sell products on my website, DVDs and whatnot, for the languages that I get them translated by native speakers. YouTube stuff that's not a lot of money. It's some money that could pay the bills. It's a little bit of money. You can pay electric bill or gas bill, whatever. But it's something. I can't complain. I can't complain about it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I make my living, and I've been doing that since '08. I think that this guy is Somali because he speaks Somali like as I speak, saying no. You silly, Brian. I still remember that. Yeah, the guy said, yeah, man, them reactions are just, man, that's funny.
Yeah,
no, he said, no, this guy speaks Somali exact. That's what he said. He said, no, this guy speaks Somali exact. That was so funny, man. I wonder if that guy is still working there.
Exact.
This guy speaks Somali exact. He didn't say exactly, he said exact.
And weren't you encountering like an issue with that language when you were leveling up with people? Like when they would say like they saw you online or something and they would like...
Yeah, I had this, yeah.
Was it Arabic or was that...
That was Somali.
Somali?
Yeah, that was Somali. That was Somali. Ever plan on evolving FLR into books, perhaps learning language as a... Oh yeah, most definitely, man. That comes with time, just like everything else. Actually, I was doing books before, but the reason why I stopped doing that is because I don't know how to do them. I had some help before. Someone was helping me with that stuff. I had actually German and Italian books made for that. Rather than have the PDF files, I had that stuff, but like I said, I had to stop. This person that was helping me just disappeared, so I was like alone and didn't know what to do. So most definitely, I'm going to evolve into books, and it's just that's part of evolving. It's time, you know. It all comes with time, man, and a lot of focus. What would we like to see in his videos?
Yeah, it's coming.
Personally, I would love to see Moses do I would love to see Moses do more cultural things. Learning a language isn't just words. There's dancing, singing, traditions, etc. Just imagine Moses doing some Yeah, you know me, man. Like, I agree with that. I don't know, figure something out, do something cultural. I try to go to, like, you know, well, going to the Asian festival. I mean, that's still speaking languages, but yeah, I should incorporate some more culture stuff in this whole thing. That'll be great. Yeah, man, thanks for the advice, man. I'm always open. That's one thing about me. I don't get offended. I don't, you know, if you got advice for me and some things can be better, let me know, because I'm open. That's part of learning. That's part of life.
Yeah, man.
You know, just tell me if it's something that you think that I should improve on. I'm very open to that. You know, that's the positive feedback. You know, that's what that is. You know, not hating, because hating is different. You know, that's different. That's not hating. When someone tells you how things are and that you should do this, you know, I see it the way it is. If someone tells me, just like, I remember in one video, I don't think I was with you. I was with someone, and the guy said, "Oh, we need to work on your Arabic and blah blah blah." And somebody was surprised. He said, "What? Why do you say that? You gotta work on Arabic?" I mean, that was real talk. That was real talk. That wasn't hating. You know, that's because I recognize real, because I'm real. I'm a real person. So I know if it's real, if I got to work on something, yeah, of course, yeah, I'm going to recognize it. So, you know, I'm very open to any suggestions. I've always been like that.
Yeah, he does this for you guys. So I mean, definitely, if you have feedback, man,
You were like a little bit. Oh yeah, you were like a little bit. He was like, no, you speak Somali exact. Me and Dex are going to take you to a via karaoke and belly dancing. Okay, all right.
Hey, oh wait.
Okay,
hey,
let's do it.
Hey, Texas. Hey, take them. Hey, you ever heard of a place called Memory Cafe, Alfredo? See.
What's up, Salam Muhammad? He Mubarak to you, brother.
Take them to Memory Cafe and have them speak Vietnamese with those girls. Memory Cafe, you gonna crack up.
Memory Cafe.
That's my type of spot. That's not a place Moses would find interesting. Memory, look it up. You gonna crack up.
You got to come out of your comfort zone sometimes. I'm willing to do that. What was Marcell's question for me? You asked him something?
Yeah, I said, you ever heard of a place down in Texas? I believe it's Houston, called Memory Cafe. It's a Vietnamese cafe where just look it up. It's you might have been there. You never know. But I'm saying that's more of a spot. That's my level up spot in Vietnamese. If I go there,
Memory Cafe.
Memory Cafe. Now it's a coffee cafe. They serve you bikinis.
Oh, that place. Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you haven't been there, go there for me and get a Thai iced tea or something, or bubble tea.
Do you teach your kids other languages, Moses? I'm trying to teach my kids Somali, but English is their preferred language to speak. Any tips? Right now, I'm not actively teaching them anything, because this is the thing. When you have kids, especially when they're at a certain age, if they're young like my kids, it's all about exposure. The only thing you can do at that time, I mean, you can say things to them and be visual, but the most important thing at that age is exposure. So right now, my kids are exposed to English and Chinese. When they get to an age and when they start writing and reading and whatnot, then I got plans to actively teach them. But, you know, I do teach them some visually stuff, you know, pictures, and, you know, say that in the language, but I'm not really actively teaching them. But I think for now, it's just the exposure. Just get that exposure going for them. No, but your boy Dex knows all the Viet and Chinese spots. Oh yeah, no doubt about him. I know.
Oh, is he down there too? Is he down there?
Yeah.
Oh, where?
He
In Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he lives on there. When you come here, I'll take you to this spot where the owner speaks Vietnamese, Cantonese, Mandarin, and a little Hokkien. Oh, that's sloppy. What's it like dating Asian women? I haven't had. I mean, I guess it's just like women. Like I haven't dated many women.
They're crazy.
I haven't been in many relationships in my life, so I guess it's just like dating any other woman. I guess. Maybe. He said, "Let me see. Is it true?"
Nah, I'm playing.
What's it like dating? Is it true?
He said.
Is it true that the Netherlands language is close to English? Oh, you talking about Dutch? Yeah, it is. They got a funky pronunciation, but it's definitely similar to. There's a lot of English. I mean, I think it's a. What is that family of Dutch? That's a Germanic language, I think. When you get back to Navajo, that is actually how I first saw you. Before I heard about the whole polyglot scene on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, most definitely, man. A couple years ago, I was actually trying to find somebody to meet with, a Navajo native speaker, but I failed and I couldn't find them. Because the thing about that language is a lot of those people can't read and write the language. And I was trying to find somebody who could read and write, type or whatever on a computer and practice with them actively. But I was unsuccessful. I spent a lot of time searching for a native speaker. Because, I mean, you can learn a lot on your own, but you have to have that interaction. It's very important for you to react with a native speaker, someone that can speak that language. If you don't have that, you can't make any progress. It's really difficult. But most definitely, man, if I find somebody to react with that language, and then yeah, I'll definitely go back and mess around with it because I like Navajo. Navajo is cool. It's a real cool language. Well, how multiculturalism in Ohio has helped you improve the language that you have already learned? How would your life be in the city with a few foreigners? All this level up I've been doing, because I mean, I've been doing this level up stuff here so many times. That's actually the reason why I moved here, because originally I lived in Akron. I moved here, I was like actually still in my lease when I moved here. I came down with my friends. I came down to see them because they're into video games, and I used to come down every weekend on Fridays and stay until Sunday. And they took us out to like these Asian clubs, and we walked around on the campus, and I noticed how diverse it was, and I found that very fascinating. I was like, man, what am I still doing in Akron? I need to be here. And that's when I made the decision to move down here. I said, you know what, I'm gonna move down here to Columbus, and I made it happen. And then I had to start going to Columbus State, then I transferred to Ohio State. That's how it all came about. So I would definitely say that I improved a lot being here in the city, because all these different people and all the encounters I've had, it definitely helped me. And if I lived in Akron is not as diverse as Columbus, but they have a lot of Chinese, Arabs, and Indians. If you want to get good in those three languages, or if there are some languages that you want to get good in being in that city, then those three languages I would highly recommend learning. Chinese is ridiculous. So many Chinese people in Akron. Like, so many of them. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, that's for Ivan, Bond. What language do you recommend to learn first, Spanish or Mandarin? Well, that all depends, Mohammed. That all depends on where you are. Actually, you know what? Spanish and Mandarin, because I said before, those two languages come under English. Those are the top languages in the U.S. My preference, for me, I would say Chinese, because I'm more towards the Asian languages. I love Asian languages, but that's just me. You have to do what you're most fond of, and also the population, how that looks where you live in. So it all depends on what you prefer. What material are you using when learning Finnish? For example, Timo? Right now I'm using FLR. I started with FLR level 1, and I'm currently doing FLR level 2. I meet with my partner from Finland almost every day. We using that, and then I just got some children's books, because now I'm at an intermediate level in that language, so I can start messing with the children's books and all that. And I listen a lot to the podcast, to the SBS radio. I listen to that faithfully, and I watch a lot of the cartoons on Facebook. I can't remember the name. What's that cartoon? There's a popular cartoon. I think it's popular in Sweden as well, but it's a really good. It's real clear. It's like bookish Finnish, but it's really clear how they speak, and it really helps. I can hear the words, and it's just really great. So I'm using, so I use FLR material. I use Osimil. I use Osimil for my writing practice, and I use Teach Yourself to refer to some grammar stuff. So I use a variety of things, but my main thing I use is FLR. That's the backbone of the Finnish. That's what I'm using for my to build. Let me see. You quiet. You have anything to say?
Oh no, I'm just looking at the comments, seeing if anything relates to me.
Have you seen about the new Osimil Mandarin book? If so, any opinions? Actually, I did. I did, but I didn't receive the book. So what I'm gonna do is get them when I go to Korea, because you already know what's up. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I did. Actually, somebody recommended me. Somebody said, Moses, they got a new Osimil. They said, Moses, they got a new Osimil Mandarin, and I listened to the MP3s on the website, and I ordered it. I ordered that. And I lost my Finnish Osimil book. I'm using the online PDF for now, and I ordered both of those books, but I never received them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those when I get to Korea, and then as usual, I'll make a review and let you guys know what I think about them. Are there real differences between British and American English, or is it just?
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say a lot of things. I can understand them. Well, we can understand them, but they say like
that is the royal language.
Yeah, there's like certain things that they say that we don't say, and like it was funny because I had a student many years ago. This guy, I still remember his name. His name is Gideon. He was from the UK. He said he was saying things to me, and mind you, I can understand. It's English. I can understand pretty much everything, but he said laboratory, and I didn't know what it was at first. And I asked him, I said, what is that? I can't remember what the context was, but he said I remember he used laboratory. He looked at me, his mouth opened up. He's like, you don't know what laboratory? He said, you don't know what laboratory is? I said, wait, hold on. I said, laboratory? He said, yeah, laboratory. And see, I didn't catch it at first. You know, it took me a little bit, but I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. And cupboard, you know, we say cupboard in America. We don't say cupboard. You know, maybe some people around here say cupboard, but I didn't catch that at first. But yeah, laboratory. Let me see. Speaking of Native American language, you should study Ojibwe one day. It has extremely complicated grammar. There are speakers in Canada and northern U.S. states, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, etc. Yeah, actually, I bought some Ojibwe material. I think what was it? Ojibwe. It was Pimsleur a long time ago, and I got some Cherokee books and stuff. Okay, I live in San Francisco, California. I'm surrounded by both, but I don't want to be immersed in one and let the other pass by. You know, I'm good in Spanish, but I can't speak nothing in Mandarin. You're not gonna, if you keep you a nice little schedule and practice very often both languages, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter how much more you immersed in for for the other language. I don't think it matters. Just did he reply to my slang? Anything else would be fundamentals. Okay. Marcell, what do you do for a living?
Everything.
He said everything.
Everything.
He's the cream of the crop.
I'm the cream of the crop, baby. I do everything.
Yeah.
Everything that makes sense. Everything. I don't play no games. They don't play no games. Don't play no games.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm from Finland, so I know how hard it is to people to learn Finnish, especially those different Finnish lines we have going on. Yeah, Finnish, like I was saying, when I was saying in my previous video, Finnish is a difficult language, and that's the hardest language I've ever studied in terms of grammar. Like, you know, I thought it would be something like Russian, but you know, and I studied a lot of languages. I studied it's probably 90-something languages I done messed with. I touched a lot of languages, and I'm telling you, that grammar is really tough. It's really, you know, the changes, the constant changes in language is what makes it more difficult.
He said, off balance, on balance, doesn't matter.
Man, I gotta pull that video.
I'm a chameleon.
Hey, I gotta pull that video up tonight, man. That is so funny. Muhammad, if you live in San Francisco, you should consider picking up Cantonese as well. San Francisco has the largest Cantonese population. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Oh man, I went to LA a few years ago, and I went to the Chinese. My friend took me out to the Chinese area, and they had a Chinese market. Everything was really nice. They had an arcade there a long time ago called Arcade Infinity, which since then went under. But I guess the arcade was in a Chinese area. I never knew that. And went out there, went to a Chinese market, and I promise you, they looked at me like I was the only black person that ever set foot in that store. And this is man, it's close. It's like eight years ago. I had no interest in Chinese at the time, and I wish I did. You know, it's crazy. You know, you always wish I was in the position to take advantage of that opportunity. But the lady, I had purchased some bootleg DVDs from from like somebody who was selling DVDs on the corner. It was like a Bruce Lee series.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had put those DVDs on the counter, and then the Chinese lady she picked them up, and she was like, "Oh, this one's good. This one's good." Because I had also purchased a movie, and she said, "Oh no, this one's good." And you know, she was like ready to have a conversation with me. But the entire time I was in that place, they thought I was lost or something. Like we never seen a black person before, and it's crazy because you have areas like that in California, because it's kind of like New York, how certain people don't go in certain neighborhoods like forever, like unless they're walking through them. They literally have their own section of the city that they don't cross borders, they don't cross in anybody's territory, especially with Chinese. Like Chinese, they stay within Chinatown unless they're going home or going on the subway. Other than that, they just stay in that little area. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because yeah, I know the West Coast, man, they can there's so many people. That environment out there is can definitely tailor to people being in their own culture like forever, as long as you live out there, because there's just so many people. Ohio it's not like that here.
What do you say?
Man, this dude trying to call me about this. I ain't even looked into it yet.
Very true. I live close to Chinatown too, where Bruce Lee was born, but I just picked up Spanish fast and feel like I didn't learn enough Mandarin. Yeah, probably because Mandarin is a different language. You probably, you know, English being, I don't know if English is your native language, but if you speak English as a native language, I won't say it's easy to pick up Spanish, but well, in comparison to Mandarin it is, because you have a lot of the words similar to English. So yeah, but Mandarin is not that bad. Once you get past the tones and the pronunciation, you good to go. I have some problem with the English, but I have a question. What do you think about Russian language? I know that you have learned it. What difficult it is? Russian is tough, man. Just like any other language, Russian is like any other Slavic language that is. Russian is tough because you have constant changes. Russian is difficult. And I actually at one point gave up learning Russian because I tried to learn that through grammar. I had a grammar book. Oh, I said my connection is weak again.
It is weak. It might just do that after a certain period of time. I don't think it's really getting weak.
Okay. Yeah, Russian is a difficult language, but it's if you take the right approach and if you're motivated enough to keep going with that language, you're gonna learn it. That's just what happens. But it's definitely a difficult language. What makes it difficult? The case system. You know, when you have a case system like that, it's really wow, and a lot of irregularities and stuff. My main language is actually Arabic, but I'm just as fluent. Oh, okay, wow, you great, man. Your English, you could have fooled me. I thought you were a native speaker of English. Danny Thompson, what's up, Danny? Do you remember the first time you surprised someone by speaking their language? Do I remember the first time? What was the first time? I think, let me see. Let me rewind. 18 years old when I started Chinese. You know what? I told this story on YouTube a long time ago, actually, but I was like very, very, very beginner. I had this friend. He was from Fujian, right? They had just opened this Chinese restaurant. And when I went up there, they were just opening up and stuff. And then, I I was like, oh, you guys just open up, and then like I kept going up there. This is before I started learning Chinese. I just kind of formed a relationship with the guy, you know, because I was going up there. He was always at the counter. When I ordered food, he was always there. And then we had a conversation about video games or something, and that we connected. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to just. That's when, you know, around, I don't know, it was around the time when I had the idea of learning Chinese. But when I started doing that, then his mom, one time I went up there, his mom couldn't speak English, and she was taking the order, and you know, she was doing basic stuff, and I just said a couple things to her, and she started laughing. And then I went up there another day, and he was up there. He was like, yeah, my mom. He told me, he said, my mom, she thought it was cute that you were saying some Chinese to her. So I would learn more and learn more and learn more and learn more. And every time I went up there, I was doing more, and then, you know, then I really got close with them. The guy was inviting me to dinner. Like, I'm talking about when they closed the store down, he would invite me up there.
Serious.
And this is my first time seeing this. Okay, they put all the tables together. They had a whole fish on the table with all these vegetable plates, and I was looking at it. I'm like, what? And I looked at him. I was like, what? I said, what is this? I was like, I asked him. I said, what? Oh, my battery. I got this. I can just plug it. They should still be able to hear me.
Yeah.
So he was like, what is this? Like, they had the whole fish, all these vegetables on the table. You know how Chinese people eat. And I didn't know what it was because I never seen it like that. And I asked him, I said, is this what we eating? I'm thinking we about to eat some sweet sour chicken, some General Tso's.
Where the food at?
I'm like, where the food? I'm like, what is this? I was surprised. I didn't know what it was. And then he was like, yeah. He said, that's dinner, man. I was like, what? I asked him, what kind of food is that? He said, that's traditional Chinese food. And that was my first introduction to traditional Chinese food. And that's when I got Lao Shu for my name, because when I sat down, his family, they were talking and they were asking him stuff, and then he was translating. He was like, yeah, my mom said this. And then his dad said something. He's like, they want to know what your name is. And I said Moses. And they were all trying to say my name. They were saying Moose. They said Moose. They couldn't pronounce Moses. And then my friend was like, okay, I have an idea. This is what he said. He told them in Chinese, because I didn't understand them. He said, yeah, in that Lao Shu. And everybody in the class, I mean, not class, everybody at the table started laughing. And I looked at him, I was like, I asked him, what's so funny? And he said, we have a nickname for you. And I said, what is that? He said, Lao Shu. We gonna call you Lao Shu. And I said, Lao Shu. I was like, what is that? He said, that means rat or mouse. And I was like, and I looked, and they were laughing. I was like, man, why? Because, you know, when you think of rat and mouse, dirty rodent, and I'm like, man, why I gotta be all that, man? Can't we choose a different name? But then I started liking it because, okay, that makes sense. You try to pronounce Moses and you say a mouse, you know, you got to go here. So.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
But that's how I came about picking that name up. And they were just surprised at the fact, they were happy that I was trying to learn their language, you know. And it was just, I don't know, I just came close to them, and I was like heartbroken when I went up there one time and the whole restaurant was closed. I didn't know, they just disappeared.
Oh, dang.
I went to, because I've been to the house, because the guy, he invited me over. He's like, yeah, you can come over, we can play this. And I've been over the house several times. And then, like, I just lost contact with him. And I was like, I was just crushed, man. Like, they were just gone. And I went back up there, and I was like, damn, what happened to the store? You know, and I think several years later, they reopened it, and it was like a different name. So they probably just relocated. But I tried to call that dude, and I went to the house and everything, and they just disappeared. They was just gone.
Dang.
It was just off because I didn't talk to him. It was like a whole month or something like that, or maybe a month and a half. I had something going on in my life, and you know, and I just lost contact. How do you feel about the current YouTube polyglot community after not following the community for a while? It seems different than 3 years ago. And this is from Michael Adams. I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, everybody's doing their own thing, you know, and it seems to be positive. I'm doing my own thing. Everybody's doing their own thing, and I feel, hey, as long as you're doing things to encourage people to learn languages, hey, you're doing great. You're doing great. If you want, I could send you some stuff about Finland and its history with English subtitles. if you are interested to learn about Finland historically speaking. Of course, man. I'm in Finnish mode, man. I'm in Finnish mode. You can send me anything regarding that language. Just send it to me. Send me a little message on the Facebook, and I can add you. I'll add you on my I'll add you on my Skype, and you know, you can send some stuff through there as well. But yeah, I'm trying to absorb everything about Finnish right now, man. So, you know, for that being, yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Maybe it was beeping my phone. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, send me anything, man. But just send me a message on send me a message here on Facebook so I can get that information, and I can add you on Skype, and we can do that, man. No problem. Is it true that Louisiana has French as an official language next to English, and that down there French is still spoken like back in the days? I can't answer that for you.
It might be in New Orleans, because that was, I think, something like that. I think it was French owned, or I don't know, something. I don't know the history of that spot, but maybe maybe in 100 years ago or something like that.
I don't know if Brian is still here, but he can answer that for you because he lives down in Louis. No, he doesn't live in. Is that him? No, oh, that was not Brian. That was somebody else. Joseph, I think he lived in Louisiana. Have you ever, Danny Thompson? What's up, man? Have you ever tried using some of your learning methods for other subjects like history, for example? No, I've never tried that before.
He said beeping self-destruct. I know, man. About the self-destruct.
The beeping is a self-destruct mode.
Or it could be Facebook saying, hey, you guys been streaming too long.
Yeah. All right, Timo. Kitos balion. Used to be any.
That's funny.
I'm far from Louisiana. Oh yeah, Joseph. I'm from Louisiana, and it has a heavy French culture. Okay.
Yeah, I think they used to. Own something with that little strip down there, New Orleans. I think that used to be French owned or something. That's where the design for the city came. I don't know. Something, it has something historically. I forget. It's been a while since I've been on that section of the history books. But the French got something to do with that.
Okay. In South Louisiana, you can hear a lot of the elderly speaking Cajun French.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, that level up today, man. That's good, man. I wish. Woo! Once you get that mode, man, you getting that.
Yeah, you get hype,
that
man.
Battlefield, that kill mode.
I didn't even want to leave, really.
Targets set.
I didn't want to leave, but we didn't have a choice because they only had that one spot there. But it was fun, man. It was really, 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 really fun. Lao Shu. How you doing, Santos? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be shutting down soon because Marcell got to go.
Yeah.
And I got work to do. I get back home and do some video editing. And get ready to make this Polish video for you guys. If you visit, let me see. If you visit an arcade park in South Florida in the winter, you better know some French. Lots of Quebec snowbirds there in the winter. Oh, okay. My Hungarian friend wants to talk to you when you start doing Hungarian. Okay. Well, that's great because maybe your Hungarian friend can help me and be my partner when I start the Hungarian. Because I'm gonna start searching for a partner. Probably the end of this year. When I announce that, I'm gonna be looking for somebody to partner up with, as I normally do. That'll be great. Keep up the good work, man. Thanks for the motivation video yesterday. Oh, no problems, Michael. Thanks for viewing. I make the videos for you guys, man. You guys give me the ideas. You know, like that video, I was actually inspired to make that video by my student because he had sent me this message one time and he seemed like discouraged. He was like, man, he said, I know I overthink I know I overthink sometimes, but I feel that I should know more, and man, it's just been overwhelming. And see, I had to remind him and tell people, because you need reminders. Everybody needs reminders. Unfortunately, it's not a male. Oh, it's not a male. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll talk. we'll talk, man. Once I get into Hungarian, let me get my couple months in. I'll talk to her after level 1. After level 1, I can get my conversation skills up. We'll talk. I'm gonna throw this FLR on her. Give her some of that. I'm gonna give her some of this FLR work, and show her what's going on. Will be going on out here in these streets. Great, appreciate your effort, your work and efforts. All right, Mr. Thompson, thanks for your support. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone's support. You know, I got a lot of followers. A lot of people have been following me for years, and a lot of you have seen me grow over the years. That's all I do is work. I got a heavy work ethic when it comes to this type of stuff. I stay working. We stay working out here in these streets.
Man.
We don't play around.
No games. Hey. No games. No games.
Yeah.
No games.
But that's passion. That's passion. When you got passion for something, you just do it all the time. That's just like, if I love basketball, I don't care if it's raining outside. If it's pouring rain, we still out there. I grew up with people that just, I'm like, man, it's raining. Y'all out here still, these cats out here still playing basketball, pouring raining. They don't care if it's raining. They just keep doing it because
below zero, coat off
and everything.
No gloves.
Because of the passion. Because they love to do it.
Coat off, no gloves.
I grew up with a lot of people like that, man. I'm like, man, y'all. You know, I didn't have passion like that for basketball, but that's passion. When you got passion for something, you just keep doing it. Yeah. It's not even, you don't even think about it. You just do it naturally.
Just do it, man. That's all there is.
I remember when Darren. Yeah, I remember. Actually, I met you. I don't know if you remember. We met each other in the damn Yahoo chat room.
Oh, serious? Oh, really? Serious? That's serious.
Years ago. This dude right here, I met him in a Yahoo chat room.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, let me tell y'all something about this guy. This guy, I met him this guy Darren here, I met him in a Yahoo chat room. He was on my Yahoo Messenger for a long time, and he the one that invited me to the Uniline website. And it's a forum. It's like a forum site. And he was like, one day he told me, he said, man, you should, because I posted a lot there. He said, you should try YouTube. And I didn't know what YouTube was. I was like, what is YouTube? And he said, yeah, man. He sent me some sample. He sent me some sample. He's like, yeah, this is YouTube videos. And, you know, maybe you can do something with your languages there. And I said, and I was thinking, I was like, how does this work? You know, you got to have a camera and do all that. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. You know, I'm already to myself, you know, I'm not a very social person, you know, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So I gave it a shot. You know, I talked to him about it. He gave me a tripod, and I set up the camera, and I got started. And that's when my YouTube channel started. But that's how I met this guy. I've known him for a long time. A long time. Let me see. Moses like, I'm taking down this finish in Polish. I want that goal, sucker. Hungarian. I'm coming.
I'm coming for you, sucker. Hulk Hogan. We're coming for you, nigga. He looked at his face. We're coming for you, nigga. He's like, oh, I can't believe what I just said.
Oh man, that's so funny. Some trolls have passion too. Yeah, that's true. Some trolls. I have a lot of trolls on my videos too.
See, some trolls though. A lot of people. And see, sometimes I like the trolls. I like the people, because sometimes there's people with skill. Even myself in certain professions, certain realms like that, you may, you know, it's like, and that's what we say about the action, about being out here. We always joke, like, you know, we say being out here in these streets, but really being active and proactive, because there's a lot of people, especially with the world being what it is, with the internet, everybody connected. There's a lot of people. I mean, there may be people who may know more, you know, than Lao Shu, than me when it comes to certain things, or, you know, because they always say, oh, someone's always better. You know, some people have that mentality, someone's always better, but that don't mean don't do it. So it's just like, there's a lot of people out there who are knowledgeable, but just don't do anything. So that's where that comes from, because they may know, but they just not in a position to, you know, they're not either in the spotlight, so they may be mad. Let's say if it's languages, because he's the most popular one on YouTube, like they may not be in the limelight. They may be mad. Not that they may even be more proficient in a given language, but maybe not know as much. But they may know more within a language, but they don't do what he does. So it's just like, sometimes the trolls, they may not be stupid, but sometimes they act the way they are because they're mad at themselves, or they're mad at the situation, or maybe perhaps mad at the state of a given, you can say a given craft, or a given scene, or a given community. They may not be happy at the state of something. So it's not, you know, so that's why I'm quick to you can tell who's like being stupid, and you can tell who's like just being mad, or who's saying like unintelligent things. And there may be somebody who may have an argument, but at the end of the day, man, it's about what you do, doing it, being active, and taking action. A lot of people, they may read the books, they may know everything, but don't do nothing. Or they may know more than Alex Trebek and just don't and just won't sign up for Jeopardy. And they could win, they could just win and never miss a question. They know more, but they just rather sit on the couch and laugh at everybody who misses a question on Jeopardy, even though, because they know the answer, but they won't get out there on the stage. So, you know, and then you have people who may have went down a path and reached a certain level, but just know that's not what they want to do. They may know, but they may appreciate what you do because they know what it takes. So it's life, man. You just can't let that get in the way. You just got to stay focused on what you're doing and always make sure you're moving forward.
Yeah. All right. Well said there. Let me go back. Remember how you said, okay, most of it, yep. That's what's up, man. Like learn spirit. It's all passion, like you said, very inspiring.
That's why it's no game.
No problem. No problem. You don't no problem. You don't be on shit. Also, oh, so we should thank Dyron if it wasn't for your chance. Oh yeah, definitely Dyron. He played a part because he the one that, I didn't know what YouTube was back then. He the one that told me. He said, yeah, man, you should try YouTube. I said, YouTube? What is YouTube? I didn't know what YouTube was until he said something about it. Really now, is language learning about talent or about work ethics? Is it for everyone to master? Like you said, Zelda, wood, and sword. Well, anybody can learn a second language. Let's get that out the way. Anybody can learn a second language. If you learn your first language, you can learn any other language. However, in order to learn another language, you have to have some sort of passion. And about talent, you know, talent is meaning that when you have talent for something, that means you're good at it. You know, I consider myself talented when it comes to language because I'm good at it. I'm just good at it. I know what to do, and it makes me good. So maybe if you're a poor language learner, you can probably still learn, but you probably won't learn at a fast pace. You probably won't learn as fast as I do, but it doesn't mean that you can't learn, because you can learn. And the work ethic plays a big role. You know, that, what's that saying? What they say? If I forget. Oh man, I forgot that saying. What they said. Someone help me with this, but it was a saying that, it was hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Because you can be talented, but if you don't put that work in, then you just got talent. You're just good at it, but you're not putting in no type of work. And you just relying on talent, thinking it's going to naturally appear like that, and it doesn't work like that. So, you know, work ethic plays a big role in that. Hello, what's this? Hello, bro. Why you stopped to learn Brazilian Portuguese? Again, someone asked me this about Arabic. They asked me if I gave up learning Arabic. It's not that I didn't give up learning Portuguese. It's because I've been doing so much, and I've been jumping all around the place. I didn't have any set schedules on languages that I want to learn and whatnot. So Brazil, unfortunately, that Portuguese was one of those languages. You know, I still remember quite a bit of Portuguese, but I haven't been really practicing that much. And yeah, I just have to get back on track and get into a schedule to solidify everything that I want to do. But it's not that I stopped or gave up. It's just, it is what it is. I've just been all over the place, you know. What's up, Andre? How you doing, man? How's everything going? How's the Spanish going and the French? This is good. I like the questions. Yeah, we gonna do this once a week. As far as a level up, it's natural. Whenever we gonna go out and level up, we gonna make one of these type of live streams and just talk about that, and then the aftermath of the level ups. But yeah, I need to do this every week, just like a question and answer, to use it more, because this is our second time.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty good too. Make a little schedule and say we're gonna do this on Thursday or Friday or whatever. Yeah.
And talent, when it comes to like art or a lot of crafts, if it's something you have to develop, like talent just gives you an edge, a serious edge. Like if you're talented, you're like a natural, but like on a different level. You know, I know when it comes to art, it's like you just get it, you know, and it's all about honing your talent. Like, so talent just means you kind of just, I guess you can kind of say I don't believe in like luck, but it's just your thing. It's just your mind is in synergy, like is synchronized, in unison is what I mean to say, in unison with a given craft. So that means you just want to accelerate through it. But it may be the only thing you're good at. You know what I mean? I think hard work is going to get you, you know, just doing it, being active and doing it. That's going to get you, you know, you're going to be in a better position than not doing something. So if, you know, it's not going to be impossible. Anything's possible if you put in the work. But talented, because you got people, it's like one step above talent. You got people that's born into a situation to where they can, a perfect environment, perfect world scenario, like whether they're rich or whether they just have a scenario where they could just focus on a given area. So there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of different elements in life, a lot of different factors. But talented, you don't need so to learn anything, you don't need a talent. So that's when it comes down to your approach, technique. There's techniques, there's ways. And, you know, because talented people, they don't really follow the books because they just, their brain's in tune with it. But there are like, you know, you have the scientific, or you got like, there are things that are known about something. So, you know, you may not be like a talented person, be the type of person that can create a language. You know what I mean? Like that just know, you know, that just knows the formula, like they just know the recipe, you know, and you may, you know, if you're learning, you might have to learn for years to get to the level to where you can be like, oh, now that I know how it works, I can put together. You know, but talent's pretty, it's whew. But in terms of languages, if you want to learn anything, you don't need talented. You don't need talent. You know, it'll just make that's when you have to rely on different elements to help you accelerate, whether it's just techniques or what's known. You got to take what's known, put together, make your own craft, basically.
In your opinion, what is the most difficult language to learn? And Brian said Klingon. He was just messing around though, but he said no. But seriously, all languages have easy and difficult things. Some are easy to pronounce, but hard to grammar. Yeah, I've said this many times in the past. It all depends on the aspect, because you can't, like, a lot of people will say, oh, Chinese is the most difficult language in the world, but they just saying that because everybody else is saying it. You tell me why it's the most difficult language in the world. That's what I want.
Like 15,000 characters.
That's it. That's all so that makes the language the most difficult in the world. No, that's not enough. I look at all aspects of languages. So you don't have, okay, this is overall the most difficult. There is no most difficult language in the world, but you do have certain languages that are the most. Now Chinese, I will say, is the most difficult in the world when it comes to writing. That's just hands down, or maybe that or hieroglyphics. Because that stuff is hard, man. That stuff, even native speakers have problems with that. I thought my phone was charging.
It is. It's probably not charging at the rate that it's dissipating. It might be, because I know that they don't charge like they ones in the wall. They would put out like a few watts. It might be like a 5-watt charger or something like that.
I mean, it's plugged in.
Yeah.